If you know it's time to upgrade your home, then let's talk about upgrading not only your home, but your lifestyle using a reverse mortgage. How would you like to have a brand new home and not have a house payment? We're going to talk about that today on Inside Secrets 2. Welcome, I'm Kenneth Vanessi with KeyToVegasHome.com, powered by eXp Realty here in Las Vegas, and also the author of this book, Inside Secrets 2. What I wish my agent would have told me about reverse mortgages and retirement. And today on Inside Secrets, we have another expert guest, Doug Castino. He is with Man Mortgage, and he is going to help us understand how it is we can upgrade our lifestyle, buy a brand new home, and not have a house payment. Doug, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Kenneth. Good to be with you.
Well, we're glad you're here, and help our audience real quick, get to know you a little bit. So they obviously know you're with Man Mortgage. They know that you're an expert in the field of reverse mortgages. Help us to know Doug a little bit more. Let us know what it is that you can do to help, but also, Doug, let us know something about what you've been doing with reverse mortgages.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Kenneth. Be happy to do it. Hey, I just want to let you know, I've been here in Las Vegas now for just about 4 years. Came from California, and I was in life and retirement planning. So the concept of money is not unique to me. Now, I got into when I came to Nevada, was trying to decide on what I was going to do. Wasn't sure. I didn't want to stay in that industry any longer, wanted to do something new and fresh. Got into auto sales and financing. Did that for about 3 years and then jumped into the mortgage industry. That was about beginning of last year. So fascinating time to get into the mortgage industry. Things changed a lot, as you know, with real estate and lending, but it gave me an opportunity to take a 30,000-foot view of the entire industry. And I got a chance to look at some things that could really help some borrowers. Gave me the time to do it. And one of them was the reverse purchase that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes. And let me tell you, with a financial background, I mean, your language is probably retirement, funding your retirement, looking at opportunities to take aggressive approaches with taxes and all those kind of things. What was it that stood out about reverse mortgages for you with your financial background?
Well, I mean, you've heard the term cash is king, right? When you run out of money, you're out of money. And then the problem when somebody runs out of money, the burden goes to the family, right? And nobody really wants that, but sometimes the decisions are made and those choices come to fruition, and family does have to step in and help people. And what I saw with the reverse purchase, we'll go into that a little more in depth, is that it's going to relieve the burden of the family members. And that's the most important thing, because nobody wants their relatives to move in with them, or nobody wants to have to fund their lifestyle, right? And that's what we combated in the retirement planning industry.
Well, and that's one of the things that really, when I started deep diving into this and had my eyes open, so to speak, about purchasing with a reverse mortgage, the first thing that for me and for my clients that I wanted to get them to shift about was using all of their cash on a house purchase. And it was not uncommon. You've said from California, but a lot of clients from California have all this cash and they say, I want to buy something cash. And I've got to help them see that, yes, that's a great idea, but for the future, your retirement and funding your retirement, have you considered a reverse mortgage? Tell us how that works out for those that had the mindset of buying all cash to now going to a reverse mortgage.
Oh, great question. I'll tell you, I'll give a clear example. I was working in an open house up in a 55 plus community, just in Henderson out here, and beautiful home, recently remodeled, gorgeous, $859,000, right? And there was a gentleman that came in. He was about 70 years old, walked through the house. The realtor was helping them. And then they were starting to talk, and I'm listening. And the guy asked how much the house was. And the realtor says, it's $859,000. The guy goes, ooh, that's too much. Can't afford this house. And I said, hey, introduce myself. And asked him, hey, what's your situation? Tell me what's happening. He said, I need to scale down a little bit. He goes, I'm in a 2-story home. I need to get a 1-story home, but I want a nice home and I like this home. I just can't afford it. Well, tell me about it. He says, my home's fully paid for. I don't owe anything on it. It's got a value of about $550,000. I said, perfect. Okay, great. I said, do you realize you could actually buy this home with a reverse purchase and not have any mortgage payment? He said, what? Wait a minute. A reverse purchase? I said, yeah, are you familiar with them? He says, yeah, I think so. He says, well, is this going to screw my kids? I said, no, let me explain it to you. I said, it's actually good for the family and it's good for you. I go, a reverse purchase is pretty simple. You find a home that you like, you can put about 50%, maybe 60% down max. And in this case, about $450,000. I go, you said your home's worth $550,000. If you put $450,000 into the house, keep $100,000 for your retirement or lifestyle, you can actually buy this home using a reverse purchase plan and have no mortgage payment ever. Doesn't matter how long you live. So you can keep 100 grand, get the home that you like, even though it seems unaffordable, it actually is, because if you go out and try to find a $550,000 home, it's not going to be this home. So, and the kids now can do one of two things. The kids can sell the home, take the remaining equity and appreciated value and pocket the money, or they can refinance the home into their name, live in it, or rent it out.
Right. Yeah. And that's what people don't realize is that what you just laid out as a scenario for this person that had no idea that this was possible. And the sad thing, I'll be the first one to say it was me also, meaning that as a real estate agent, I wasn't aware of this product. And that's why I got so excited when I saw it, because there were so many of my clients. I was like, this is the opportunity. Don't use all your cash. Don't take everything that you have built up in equity in your home and dump that into something new. Use a percentage of it and then have no house payment, and then have that is either a line of credit or have it as a lump sum if you want to take it, or a monthly installment, whatever it works for your retirement. That's the benefit of this. And this is why I decided to do Inside Secrets, do this podcast, write the book, because I want people to know this information can change their lives. Just like this guy, obviously, not having to use all his cash, not to be a burden on his family, and still have that cash to do what he would like to do. That's just, at the end of the day, that's what people need to know. And that's why we're doing the show. Perfect example.
That's great. It's interesting because he still wanted to know what's the catch. There really isn't a catch. It's what you might think it would be, right? There's traditional loans. You take a loan out, you pay the interest on it. It's the same thing. A reverse mortgage it's got a loan on it, and the interest is added to the principal loan. So it's very simple. It's an FHA loan. It has guarantees that's built into the loan. So if for some reason the home's value drops at the time of passing, the kids in his particular case aren't going to owe the extra money on the home. The insurance will pay it off so the kids can walk away without any debt. But most likely they're going to have equity, they're going to have an appreciation in the property value, so the kids are going to have money to do with what they want to.
And, and people ask this question on a regular basis. Well, once I do a reverse mortgage or buy a house with a reverse mortgage, can I put it in my will or in a trust? And you and I know the answer to that. And that is, of course you can. It's your home. It's not the bank's home. It's your home. You are now the owner of the home and the bank is paying you. It's the reverse. And most people don't understand when we talk about a forward mortgage, that's you going out, getting a mortgage, and then borrowing that money with the mortgage company on title and paying it back until it's paid off. That's a forward mortgage. This is reversed. Now you own the house and the bank is paying you. That's huge. For retirement, that just speaks volumes on what you could potentially do now as somebody that's wanting to live out their senior years, not having to worry about a payment.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you what, the federal government loves people taking these reverse purchase mortgages. They love it because they know that if somebody uses less cash and they keep the cash in their bank, they're less likely to get involved with entitlement programs. So the government loves it. In fact, it's not even based on credit score. You can qualify for a reverse mortgage with a low credit score. They don't look at that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that, I mean, there is just so much great information that is not known about this product that literally once your eyes are open, it's almost, you have that like, almost like, how's this possible? It's like you're doubting it on the regular because you're like, okay, wait a minute. They don't check my credit score. I can put it in a will and a trust. I can actually have my kids potentially, if they want the house, buy the house. I mean, it is so important to sit down with somebody like Doug so that you have an opportunity to have all your questions asked, talk about your situation, what it is that you're planning for your retirement, and then help Doug, especially somebody with a background in finances, show you a path forward that's a win-win for you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's one other thing, Kenneth, that always gets overlooked is when somebody purchases the home with that reverse mortgage purchase plan, they can still sell the home. So if anything changes, they want to relocate to another state, the kids move, they want to follow them, they're not tied to that home. Remember, it's titled in their name. They have full control over it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, I mean, think about that. You are not locked in. This is not a prison. You haven't
Yes.
signed up for a prison home. You've signed up for your home being the bank and someone paying you for that. I mean, I'm trying, literally, I had this conversation at dinner the other night with somebody, and they said, that's not possible because forward mortgage, you going to the bank, you getting money from them, has always been their mindset. And now the shift has occurred and they're saying, how's that possible? Now, you mentioned something about FHA. So I know that's got to ring some bells like that. Kind of deep dive a little bit about what that means when you said it's FHA insured.
Yeah, the Federal Housing Administration, which is overseen by the federal government, on any FHA loan, there's built-in insurance on the home. So what happens is that insurance, so should the property values go down, in this particular case, that would be it. If the property value goes down, so much so that at the time of passing, the home is worth less than that reverse mortgage that's on it, that loan will pay off the debt. So the family's not obligated to pay it. They can literally just walk away from it. If they wanted to, they could still purchase the home through refinance and then keep the home for themselves if they want to, but they can still walk away from it without any debt burden.
Well, and that's, I mean, again, getting your mind wrapped around it. Well, wait a minute. If the house goes upside down, my family's not burdened with having to pay that back. There is a safeguard put in place by the FHA so that no one, not even the homeowner, if they decide to sell, is affected by that, or their heirs or family members. It's just something that, and again, it's one of the reasons when I spent months deep diving into the subject saying, I've got to let people know this. I got to shout this from the rooftops, because if you're thinking about retirement and you're thinking about how to upgrade your lifestyle and upgrade without a new house payment, a reverse mortgage is something you need to consider. And you need to consider sitting down with somebody like Doug to talk about all of your plans and how this can fit into your retirement. So, Doug, I want to thank you so much for just taking a moment to help us deep dive into a few of these points in reverse mortgage. And more importantly, I want to say, listen, if you're somebody that's looking at retirement, and the reason why I keep using the retirement, Doug, you and I know that, is this all starts when? What year does this all start?
62.
Yep. So if you're 62, then you have an opportunity to look at this program and say, is it something that I can use for my retirement? And the best way to have your questions answered is to reach out to Doug and give him a call. I'm going to put all of his information below, all the links, so that you can just give him a call and let him know, Doug, I saw you on Inside Secrets too. I want to ask you, is this real? And how can this be real in my life? How can I upgrade? Like that guy that walked into the open house. How can I upgrade to that type of lifestyle and not use all my money?
Exactly.
Doug, this is something that will change people's lives. And Doug, I want to thank you for being on the show, Inside Secrets. Any last parting words?
Hey, first, I want to thank you for allowing me to be on. This has been a great time for Nevada in the last 3 years with the increase in the equity positions on people's homes. This product couldn't be any better for retirees. It's just a blessing. Get the message out. People need to know about this. It can really impact an entire family's life.
Yep. And that's what we do here. And again, I'm going to provide all of Doug's links so that you can contact him. And if you would like a copy for free, that's right, I'm giving this book away. I don't want you to go out and buy it. I want you to read the stories just like what Doug talked about with open houses. There's 4 stories in here that can help you understand how people are using this product to change their retirements. All you have to do is go to keytovegashome.com. There's actually a link there in the homeowner tag. You can sign up and I'll mail you the book, or you can digitally download it for free right now. But I want to get you this information. Doug, thank you so much for being on Inside Secrets too. I want to ask that people reach out to Doug and do it today. Don't wait. Get the information and let's secure your future retirement, and let's upgrade your life without a house payment. Doug, thank you. We will see you again on Inside Secrets. And again, go to keytovegashome.com under the homeowner tab and grab your book today. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Kenneth. Bye-bye.